Students, today we'll be studying about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a process in which a business plan is developed, launched, with a motive to earn profit and in order to meet the customer needs. Entrepreneur is someone who has the ability and desire to establish, administer and succeed a startup venture, along with risk-taking factor and with the motive to make the profit. Creation of employment. An entrepreneur is a job creator and not a job seeker, and helps many job seekers find jobs, and thereby helps the government, economy and society. It increases the standard of living of the peoples. Both employment generation and innovations for public problem solving help raise a society's overall standard of living. New technologies and innovations developed for solving some existing problem directly or indirectly impact people's quality of life positively. Community development. Entrepreneurs invest in community projects and provide financial support for social causes like education, public health, and so on. Like Wipro Limited donated crores for promoting education through schools in many states across India. Successful entrepreneurs as role models generate more entrepreneurship. When an entrepreneur becomes successful, it sets up a role model for new generation. Youth always get inspired by role models. Thus, successful entrepreneurs like Ritesh Agarwal, founder OYO Rooms, became role model for the youth, inspiring many more entrepreneurs, and this cycle of societal and economic upliftment continues. Entrepreneurship and economy. A business owner may think he is working hard to build his own business and earn money, but he or she is actually doing much more for the community, region, and for the economic growth of the country. The first point is contributes to the growth of related business. Like IT companies, especially software development companies, they don't only give employment to their own people, but also give employment to associated industries. Regional development. Entrepreneurs are encouraged by way of various benefit and concessions to set up their infrastructure in less developed and backward areas. And this promotes growth in infrastructure like road, rail links, better electricity and water supply, schools, hospitals, shopping centers, mall, etc. that would not be available in such area otherwise. The growth in new business and supporting business add to the regional economic growth. Export. A growing business exports the products to foreign market. This leads to currency inflow and a more stable business revenues even when we have local shutdowns. Entrepreneurship also creates wealth. For startup and entrepreneurial ventures, the entrepreneurs invest money and also attract funds from investors and lenders. Generation of more wealth contributes to economic development and in turn helps the societies to develop. GDP and per capita income. The micro, small and medium scale enterprises account for 37% of the country's GDP and employs more than 8 crore people, contributing to increase in per capita income. Any new addition to these enterprises will utilize more resources like land, labor and capital, and in turn will develop new products and services, thereby adding to the national income and per capita income. Entrepreneurship contributes to an individual. How? It gives freedom of work. It allows the individual to get into the work which he or she likes the most. It makes one's own boss. One has a full control of the team and the company. If the venture succeeds, it earns wealth. Entrepreneurship aids in personal growth in terms of critical thinking, creativity, become more confident and decision making that make entrepreneurs succeed. Are they disciplined, confidence, open-minded? The person should be self-started, proactive, should have creativity. Successful entrepreneurs should be determined, and they do not believe that something cannot be done. They should have passion. They should love their work. They should be willing to put extra hours to make the business a success. Risk taker, ready to take the risk, honest and trustworthy, self-motivated and committed. Some myths about entrepreneurs. The first is entrepreneurs are born talent/asset. It's not so. Anyone who is self-aware and can develop certain required qualities can become an entrepreneur. All one needs to do is continuously work for self-development and develop the required qualities of entrepreneurs to be a successful entrepreneur. Often it is said that for a successful business there should be a good idea, but having a good idea will not fulfill the goal. Planning, talent, leadership, communication and other skills are also required. One more myth is there, that starting a new business guarantees freedom. Once we are into it, we might be working double time, earning half or even lesser, giving the leisure family time or doing the overtime work. However, if we are once established and settled, an entrepreneur can define its own role and time. He or she needs to invest in the enterprise. Launching a company quickly leads to wealth. This is also a myth. Failure or time consuming. A new venture can be both. Both the cases lead the way to failure or success. Entrepreneurs in both the cases keep investing time and effort and keep making required changes. For the ventures, so patience is the key here. Be patient until your venture starts making money. You require a business degree to be an entrepreneur. This is also a myth. While it is a fact that education is always helpful, but it is not necessity of being an entrepreneur. Many successful entrepreneurs like Sachin Bansal, founder of Flipkart, do not have any business degree. they are in fact engineers. Or when we talk about founder of Oyo Rooms, have completed only the school education. Entrepreneurship is one-man show. This is also a myth. Work needs to be delegated and the work completion has to be ensured for successful operation of the venture. When we talk about the role of entrepreneur, the entrepreneur's major roles are innovator or creator. An entrepreneur either develops or creates product as a solution to the problem or innovates the use of available resources in a different way to solve the problem. Team building, the right candidate should be chosen for the business. Cash flow management, since this is a cycle, there should not be any delay in payment from the customers and to the payment of employees, vendors, etc., since it can affect the business. Time management is very important. Delegation of task and authority, assigning work to different persons, taking right decision at right time, understanding the risk and working accordingly, and planning in advance for calculation of risk and later what advantage it can cause to the. What is the importance of an entrepreneur? It creates wealth. It gives employment to peoples, to untrained skilled persons, and contributes to removal of poverty. Rise of new industries and ventures employs many peoples and increases standard of living. Contribution to regional development. More money they earn, the standard of living also increases, and overall money is mobilized. Contribution in overall standard of living. Since persons are earning money, there is flow of cash in the market and automatically the standard of living of the people will improve. Contribution towards minimizing social economic problems. There are various types of problems which the society is facing nowadays. Entrepreneurship results in more employment, increasing earning, employs many people, and also contributes to various social problems, removal of various social problems like poverty, illiteracy, low living standard, dowry system, social offences, women exploitation, child labor, and so on. What are the different financing options which are available for startups? So there are different ways for financing these startups. First is equity financing, debt, and government grant and support. When we talk about equity financing, this means raising finance in your startup against a share of equity. That is, you get funds but lose some equity, and the one who is funding becomes co-owner of your startup, having share in total equity. Angel investors are real life business angels having deep pockets. They contribute their time, their wealth to your business. Venture capitalist and private equity. This is the option that raise funds from various sources and use the corpus to further fund startups. They are ready to invest in small business, funding young unproven companies who are having good financing. There are various ways of raising finance for startups. First is we can take the loan from bank and NBFCs. Banks and non-banking financing companies grant loan for startups against the fulfillment of some rules. Then we have external commercial borrowings. Funds can also be obtained from non-resident lenders, commonly called as external commercial borrowings. We have venture debt provided to venture backend companies by specialized banks or non-bank lenders to fund working capital or capital expenses such as purchasing equipment. Government grant and support. We have various schemes through which government supports startup. The first is Startup India scheme, initiated by Indian government in order to promote startup for generation of employment and wealth. It was launched on 16th of January 2016 by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. The major features are that there is a tax holiday for 3 years for startups, and government has provided a fund of rupees 2500 crore also. Then we have the Credit Guarantee Fund scheme for micro and small enterprises. The Mudra Loan scheme basically stands for Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Limited, which supports the development of micro enterprise sectors. Startup India scheme. This is also initiative of the government. The government of India has introduced it for various startup ventures. Thank you.